Education is changing dramatically. Our students come to college now with a completely different set of experiences. The world they live in is a completely different world. It's intimately interconnected. The kinds of problems our students are facing is changing. We think the student experience needs to be different. We think it needs to be really more creative, more innovative, more open-ended. We think there's an opportunity to work together to design genuinely engaging experiences for students and to create the kinds of opportunities that will help students learn to be citizens of the world of the future. The Summer Institute is a great way for people to immerse themselves in Olin's culture and approach to co-design for a week. Co-design is at the heart of what we do. We don't invent solutions, we work with institutions who are interested in making change, and we work with these partners to help them realize the best of what their institutions can be. Very first thing we do is we immerse them in an experience that's very much like what our students experience, doing something hands-on, doing something creative and open-ended and imaginative. Over the course of the next few days, we alternate between giving participants opportunities to act as students, giving them the opportunity to step back and think about the experiences that they're having, to reflect on those experiences and how they relate to their own delivery of education and the structuring of the education that they do.
I do think that the experience of participating in a simulation of Rob and John's Stuff of History course.
And what we're going to ask you to do is all stand up. Come over to the table and start to look through this pile of stuff and begin to...
On Tuesday, I think there was a certain amount of ego and emotional change that was happening in my mind to acknowledge that ultimately it's going to be more rewarding for me to teach in this way.
Over the middle part of the week, we find that participants, just like our students, go from being consumers of the information they think they're supposed to be learning to being active participants in and shapers of the program that they're actually helping to co-create. In the later part of the week, we try to help them take those ideas home to think about what their own context means, how the activities they engaged in while they were at Olin as a part of their week-long experience might play out on their own campuses.
It was just very good to reflect that top-down change in higher ed or education doesn't work. You really, it has to come from the students, from the faculty, from the alumni.
At the end of the week, we hope they have a plan for their next steps. The outcome of the week, though, isn't really that plan, but the fact that the week itself has changed the way they think about themselves as educators, that they've undergone new framings and new understandings of how they can be educators for the future.
Now, my goals were more, I wanted kind of the meat of the matter, you know, the car manual, so to speak. So what's happened is I was given a new car.
I did not anticipate such a transformative experience to really help me rethink the basic philosophy and pedagogy of approaching engineering education fundamentally from a team-based project approach that will ultimately result in improved cognitive skills, improved competencies, and more fun, which is important.